We start off 2022 with a big jump in U.S. rates, U.S. Treasury yields, which didn't necessarily affect the equity markets at first. We started the day with equities higher, then they dropped after market PMI in the U.S. and construction spending disappointed, both coming in positive, especially the market PMI, which was still in the 57 range, but slightly worse than expected on both numbers. Construction spending up 0.4 instead of the expectation of up 0.6. But as I speak to you right now, the Dow just below the flat line by about 5 basis points. The S&P the same, only just above the flat line by about 9 basis points. The NASDAQ up about 0.25%, and the Russell leading by far up 1.39%. As I speak to you right now. Now, I mentioned that big jump in yields. When you look at where they were on the 31st, 73 basis points on the 2-year, 80 basis points right now on the 2-year. That's the highest since March of 2020. 5-year was at 126, is at 135 now, and the 10-year was at 152 on the 31st, 160 right now. Not much of a move in the yield curve, a slight steepening in the 2s, 10s, slight flattening in the 5s, 30s. Was at 64 basis points, now it's 62. The dollar is flying with the higher yield, sending commodities lower. Gold, silver, copper, crude oil, all lower, although crude oil was positive earlier, but it turned down. The copper is up. The dollar is up about 0.5% against the euro, a little bit less than that, 44 basis points against the pound, and up about 0.25% against the yen. Really strong start to the year for the U.S. dollar. Now, looking ahead, it's a very heavy data week coming up. Tomorrow's no exception. We've got German retail sales for November and employment data through December, and UK and Canadian market manufacturing PMI for December. Also, U.S. December ISM manufacturing PMI coming out as well tomorrow.